So, what we're going to do is we're going to go over a few of the basic commands that we're going to be using in order to be able to create our planter. So the first one that we're going to go over is our sketch tool. So what the sketch does is literally we create a sketch in order to then be able to make a 3D model from it. So if we create a sketch, you can see here I've clicked the sketch button and our origin is showing up, and it's got three different planes. So it's got a left plane, it's got a front plane, or it's got the top plane. So that shows us where we're going to be drawing on, or what plane we're going to be drawing on. What we want to do is we want to click the bottom one, so we're looking down at it, like so, and then we can start drawing. You can see once I click that our tools have changed. Okay, so we've got our sketch tab, and then we've got our sketching that we can do. So we're going to be using mainly the rectangle and the circle. So when I click the rectangle here, when I click on it, you can see my sketch palette over here, it changes a little bit. I can change the different types of rectangles that I want, so a 2-point rectangle, a 3-point rectangle, or a center rectangle. What we're going to do is we're going to use the center rectangle, and this bit here, this little circle bit, this is our origin point, so a 0 point. Okay, and you can see as my mouse goes over it, it snaps to it. So all I need to do in order to draw a rectangle is go to my center, I click the mouse once, drag out, okay, and you can see there's the dimensions of the rectangle. So I can then click once, and then I've got my rectangle. And in order to get out of the rectangle tool, you can see that my cursor still has a little rectangle on it. I can press the escape key, and then I'll go back to a normal cursor. So I can select elements of my rectangle, like so. And I can highlight the whole sketch. Now, if I go finish sketch, so to get out of our sketch environment, we need to finish sketch. And there's the sketch that we have there. Now what we can do, in order to make it into a 3D model, we want to extrude it. So we're going to use the Extrude tool, which is this one up here. We want to click that, and we can see that there's an arrow here, which we can drag up or down, depending which way we want to create our 3D model. We can also, in this box, enter a specific measurement. So if I wanted it to be a height of 50 millimeters, I could put that on there. But also in this little box over here, you've got a range of different options to choose from as well. So I can go on to change my distance, and we have our profile plane, or where we're starting our extrude, what direction. So if I go 2 sides, you can see that I have another arrow at the bottom, so I can extend that. And I can go symmetric, which means it's even on both sides of the sketch. And we can choose a distance, which is 50 mil on each side, or talking about 50 mil across the whole length. What I want to do is I just want to have it one side, and I want it to be 50 mil. Here on the under operation, we'll get into that a little bit further along, but this here is saying that it's creating a new body, which we want it to do. Once you're happy with that, you can press OK, and then we have our 3D model. You can see once that happens, we now have a bodies tab over here that we can turn on and turn off, and we can do a specific body here. Now if I wanted to do something with my first sketch that I made, this one here, which you can see here, like I said in the previous video, we can go back and make some changes. So down in our history, this is the first thing that we did. So we can right click on that sketch and edit it, and then we can make some alterations. So in here, I want it to actually be set dimensions. So what I can use is a dimension tool, which is this one here. So I click on the dimension tool. I can click on one of these lines, like so. So I click once, drag up, click again, and then I can put in a set dimension. So I'm going to put 100 millimeters in there. I can do the same for this one. So I click once, can drag it out, and then I'm going to put another 100 millimeters in there. Now if I go to finish my sketch, you'll see that my 3D model has updated to the dimensions that I just put in. Something else that we can do, so this is the circle sketch tool. Again, when I click on it, you see over the different options, there's different types of circles. For this one, I'm just wanting to use the circle diameter. And here, you can see when I snap to the center again, okay, I just need to click once, pull out. Now, whenever you create a sketch, you can see that there's a little box highlighted with the measurement in there. Now, you don't necessarily have to use the dimension tool to measure something. If you already know what measurement it is, you can just type in that measurement. So if I type 550 mil and then press enter, you can see that I now have a 50 mil circle in the middle of my rectangle. Now, if you want to move this dimension, all you need to do is make sure you're on your select tool, click on the dimension, hold down the click, and then drag it out. If I ever want to change any one of these dimensions, what I can do is double click on the dimension itself and then type in a new measurement. Once you're happy with your sketch, you can go in and you can press finish sketch, and then your model will be updated. Now I can also do adjustments with my extrude tool as well. So again, if I go right click and want to edit that feature, you can see here that it's got two profiles selected. Now that is talking about the circle that we just created and then the area around the outside of that circle. Now if we have something selected and we want to reselect, what we can do is we can just click on the little cross up here and then we can go redo our selection. So if I select that and I don't want to have that selected, I can click that cross and then I can redo something. So here, what I want to do is I want to actually have a hole in the middle of my rectangle. So I don't want to select this circle, I want to select the area around the circle, and you can see here that it's extruded all of the area around the circle that we created in our sketch. Once I'm happy with that, I can go OK, and now I've got a hole in the middle of my rectangle.